welcome to More Than Meets the Eye. Today we'll be looking at a special Transformer with a very interesting history behind him. Meet Snowcat, a Decepticon all-terrain specialist. He's a medium-sized Transformer, so he has the amount of moving parts you'd expect. Elbows, shoulders, waist, hips, knees, and head. Unfortunately, his knee movement is hampered a little by his gimmick. 2 panels on each leg fold out to become skis. Yes, really, this robot has skis. He also has 2 missile launchers attached to him that can either be in the upright position behind him or swiveled over the shoulder for a more menacing look. His head looks sort of cat-like, which is appropriate I suppose, but it also looks, well, Gundam-esque. Well, it kinda reminds me of Gundam anyway. Maybe it's just me. The only thing that bugs me a little about his robot mode is the torso is sticking out so much due to the size of his cockpit. What? I said cockpit. But it has to be said, even with the torso sticking out so much, he has no problem standing. This is a very well balanced toy. His vehicle mode certainly looks the part, but it can be a bit wonky. If you pick it up, the undercarriage kinda falls downwards, though I admit this could always be because I did something wrong with the transformation. In vehicle mode, his missile launchers are hidden, but they can swivel out to reveal themselves, and they really fire. So these missiles too will eventually find their rightful place somewhere beneath my couch. His character's history is an interesting one. He started life out as Cyclonus. No, not that one. I mean the Cyclonus from the Transformers Armada series. You see, after Armada ended, we got a continuation of the story in the Energon cartoon. Here, Cyclonus gets damaged, so Galvatron, who used to be Megatron, infuses him with the power from Unicron to change him into Snowcat. Convolution, thy name is Transformers. Seriously, you need a freaking flowchart to keep up with this stuff. Anyway, his defining characteristic seems to be that he yodels. A yodeling, skiing robot. That's it. Now I think I've seen everything Transformers can throw at me. Did you know there's a Decepticon that transforms into a toaster? I stand corrected. Thank you, Ghost of Starscream, my longtime companion. Now, I have to admit, I've never read the comics from Armada or Energon, but from what I can see online, it was never made clear if Snowcat and Cyclonus were the same guy in that continuity. But we all know there's something more than meets the eye when it comes to this guy. You see, this is the only Transformer to play an important part in the G.I. Joe cartoon. You heard that right. This guy actually shows up in the G.I. Joe cartoon. Of course, they get some of the details wrong, like his missile rack and some of the colors. What do you expect? G.I. Joe can't measure up to our favorite franchise, Transformers. That's quality. Strangely enough, they also seem to get his allegiances wrong most of the time. Get this. Snowcat appears to be working with the Joes, but he's a freaking Decepticon. It would make more sense for him to work with Cobra, don't you think? In fact, they only managed to get this right once in the cartoon. In the episode $1 Million Medic, Snowcat, and his clones I guess, are working with Cobra. All the other times we see him, he's with the Joes. Must be a screw-up. But you want to know the worst thing? The complete betrayal when it comes to us Transformers fans? He doesn't transform once in the G.I. Joe cartoon. Not a single time! They have this incredibly powerful robot that can stomp the G.I. Joe team whenever he wants, and he doesn't transform once. Unless... maybe, just maybe, it's all part of a brilliant plan. He's still there right now, you know, with the Joes, hiding, he's waiting. And one day, one glorious day, he'll strike. He'll take out the entire G.I. Joe force at once. His day will come. Oh, it will come. Well, see you next week, everybody, when it will be time for part 4 of our 12-part theological series, Shia LaBeouf, Spawn of Satan or Spawn of Unicron. In all seriousness though, this little toy is an excellent homage to the G.I. Joe Snowcat we all know and love. Of course it's gonna look different, but the little touches, like the working windshield wiper and the frosted window detail, show the care they poured into this guy. A worthy addition to any G.I. Joe collection.
You're an idiot.
But we all know there's more than meets the eye when it comes to this guy. I have to say another line after this, don't I? Yes, I do. Well, what do you expect? G.I. Joe can't measure up to the... But you know what's the worst thing? The absolute betrayal for all us... things? I don't know. He doesn't transform once. Not a single time in the entire... I have no idea where I'm going with that sentence. Well, see you next week, everybody, when it will be...